Hello, everybody. I'm back. I'm alive. Technically. For now. For now, I am alive. So, I have came back from my travels looking más indiecito, more indigenous to my culture, as some would say. That's true. Then again, I was never really from one place or another. I'm Canadian, but never knew my roots. Now that I know my roots, I'm not fully Colombian either. So I don't know. Well, what would you put that in a range? Do you know? I got no idea. Anyway, I didn't do a video in February saying how January was, if I'm correct. So now it's just a 2-for-1 combo type push thing, you know? I'll do how everything went in my last month, how it feels coming back. Okay? Hope you like this. This is called a rana in Spanish. It's very thick. This is made out of sheep's wool, as you can tell. Good stuff. We even got a hood too. As you can tell. I like it. Reminds me of home. So, let me tell you what happened. If I can remember. I'll pause the music. There we go. So, let's see. January was a good month. It was my month of saying goodbyes, of getting to say goodbye to my family, of getting to meet some new friends, of getting to reconnect, of getting to explore more and see what life is about. I was able to get to know deeper who I am. I was able to find out more stuff about my family. The good along with the bad, with anything, you know? It's not like you can be like, oh, I only want to hear the good information. No, you get both. And with that, I made choices. There are some new people I've added and some other people that I've taken off the list that I have, decided that I feel like it's the best for the both of us not to be in contact anymore. And I learned that. It was hard and it was difficult, but sometimes those processes, just because sometimes someone is your family or is your friend and you have good memories of them, that's great. But sometimes there are boundaries and things that cannot be crossed. There's some that are like non-negotiable. And if they are crossed, then you need to sort of be like, hey, like, you need to like reconcile, you need to be real, you need to apologize, like what you did was uncool. And then if they don't want to, then you're like, okay, I'll just take my distance just to be better and have more space and have more peace. I got to eat some good food, some empanadas, some tamales, some pan de bonos, cholados, ajiaco, pan de yuca, alberjas, ¿qué más? Carne asada, sandwich cubano, all the good stuff, man, all the good shit, the stuff that's really important in life, the good food, the one that has like high cholesterol and it's gonna give you a heart attack, but that's the good stuff. The other ones, it's good to keep in mind, but the ones that are good are the ones that clog your arteries, you know what I'm saying? That's the good things. And yeah, I had good food, got to say my goodbyes. As I always say, got to experience what love is. What true love is. Love. It's something new, something different, something I never had the chance of experiencing before. Because growing up, I grew up Afro-Latino papi. I grew up in Canada, and Canada's great and everything, but for us people of color, it doesn't treat you too nice. And we learned that a little too early. And you realize it doesn't treat you too nice, and you get some scars, but hey, that's life, right? I'm still here, I'm still alive, Nothing too bad. Anyway, and with my love, Mitanoxi, I need to share as a love. One that's not the normal, standard, one that society, sees in a different way. One that makes me feel happy. One that I feel like I can be free. One that I don't even have to put up a show of pretending to be someone else or fitting a standard or being another cog in a machine. None of that. I can just be me. I can have my long hair. I can say what I want. I can do this. And she accepts me for who I am. And I accept her for who she is. With her singing, with her dancing, with her laughing, with everything. It's beautiful. Mitanoxi, if you're watching this right now, I want to say I love you, mi amor. Gracias por todo. I know that sometimes my Spanish is a little bit shaky, but you're the best in the world to me. I appreciate all the music that you do, all the things you create, the times that we can talk, the memories we spent, the mornings we got to wake up together, the smiles we shared, the way your hair smells, the way your nose is, when the light bounces off it, when I take a photo, whatever it may be, it's there. And you're unique and you make me feel good and at peace. You're like my divine serenity. You're like my goddess, my star guitar. You know, I love you, mi amor. And this journey right now wouldn't have been possible if it wasn't for you. And this inspiration I have now to create and to do more is thanks to you and what you've given me and have allowed me to be free. I know that sometimes there's hard stuff and there are days where, you know, things can be good, other days when things get a little bit shaky. And sometimes anxiety pops up in between, but as you know, we're there for each other. What's most important is the happiness we give to one another. You know, whatever life takes, whatever camino pasa, we always have this, the moments we shared, the first times, the first experiences, the hugs, the kisses, the laughs, and all the good vibes and good energy we keep together. Because that's what's to remember. So thank you for existing. And thank you for being you, Mi Tenochtli. I love you. And I know you're always in here in my heart and here in my mind. Okay? Thank you for being you. Thank you for being authentic. I love you endlessly and profoundly. You are the best thing that I've been able to, best person I've been able to get to know. The best gift I've been able to even have. Because it's not in the sense of, oh, an owning way, or like, oh, this is how it's going to be, or there are rules. No. It's free, it's flowing, it's real. It's the joy we get when we see each other. It's the magic we feel when we connect. It is the happiness we feel when we get to tell jokes. It's the beauty we create when we're doing art together. With all the magic we have when we get connected and all that. You know, it's free. And that's what I enjoy, that we can be free. I want you to continue to be free. Continue to fly con esos alas. Porque, as they say, tú eres el espejo del sol. You know, you are the window of the sun. And or the mirror of the sun. The mirror of the sun. And it's beautiful. I think that's the perfect title that fits you. Always giving light, letting it bounce off, and whoever can catch it absorbs it, and they feel 10 times better. So thank you for that. And now, leading on with that, saying my goodbyes to everybody was hard. It was difficult. Saying my goodbyes to my tia, Avi, to mi tia Nicte, Majete, and all my cousins and all my new family that I got to reacquaint myself with and connect and mingle along with my love Tenochtli was hard. That was heartbreaking, you know, because you put yourself in an experience in a context that's there. You're there 24/7, you know, always there. You're used to the noise, you're used to the people, the environment. Okay, we're going to El Éxito. Okay, vamos a Unicentro. Okay, we're here taking el vehículo. Like whatever it is, you're on the go. And then you come back. It's not like you go to Unicentro. It's not like you hear the noise. It's quiet. It's desolate. Nothing. But no, there's still stuff here in Canada. Don't get me wrong, there's still stuff. But it's different, you know? And it's odd because you're like, where did all this go? You know? And I would say being here, getting to be in Canada again has impacted me. And in some way I've been having issues with it. Like I've been having, you know, some things. And my mental health has been changing a bit. And it's different because going to sleep at night, I'm always used to the noise. Because when I lived in New York, I lived beside the airport, so I would always hear the planes passing by in the morning and the nighttime. And then being in Cali, all you hear is the cars going at night. So you're just right there. The houses are right beside the sidewalk. And the sidewalks are like 24/7, or the roads are like 24/7, right? Because it's like there. It's a big city. And here, I sleep and it's just quiet. And that's just like, now odd because I'm not used to, you know, just peace anymore. Or not having to look, you know, who's walking behind me, or not having to be, you know, suspicious of people. Because like in Colombia, it's like you have to be like that because at any moment, you know, someone can rob you, someone can take your watch, take your chain, whatever it is, and then boom, they stab you, leave you in the street. That's how it is. That's life. That's the democracy, the flawed democracy of it, but it's life. And you know, getting to be here and reconnect with people, you know, like I'm not used to that anymore. Like yeah, it's been different because traveling, no one knows like, oh, who's Nick? Like no one knows Nick. It's like, oh, who are you? Oh, I'm Nick. Who are you? Oh, I'm Nico. Oh, I'm this, you know. And they start building. Oh, so you are, oh, the guy who is living here. Oh, okay. Oh, so you're the guy who's always getting the coffee at like 7. Yeah. Oh, like, so it's like people get to know a new you pretty much, you know. You're surrounded by new people and they get to know a new you. and they don't know your history. And then getting back here and talking to all my old friends, all my old classmates, peers, and it's like, oh, but like, what happened? Da 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 da. And it's been good telling them what happened, what's been going on, my projects, what I've been working on. At the same time, it's weird because like I can't really connect. I can't fully allow myself to connect because I can say this is what happened, but the experience of like what I lived is different. And like it's like, oh, but I can't believe that actually happens in Colombia, or oh, I don't think that actually happens in New York. And it's like, but it did, and it's like trying to break that boundary, but you can't really. So it's like a disc that's skipping. It's like, but you can't get it to fully cycle, And so you're like, okay. And it's been hard, coming back has been hard, being here's been hard. I've had moments adjusting to this lifestyle again of being in modern day America. There is no danger, there is no real fear, there is no persecution after you. You don't have to worry about a bomb going off or someone shooting up a mall. Like, it doesn't happen, it's not there anymore. And that's sort of weird because you get used to that. And being back, it's like, what? It's crazy. It's crazy to think that how much peace we have here. And sometimes you're like, oh man, look what's going on. They're raising taxes again. Or oh man, they want to give like this new thing for transport. And I'm like, before I was like, oh, okay. But now I'm like, is that really a big deal? Like, is that really a problem? Like, sometimes you would go in Colombia and you would see like kids in the streets starving. They didn't even have anything to eat. Not a single thing. Not like not a brownie, not a cookie, not like a piece of bread, not even water, nothing. Nothing at all. And you would see them and how their bodies looked. And no one would say a thing, not a single person would help. Out of all the cars passing by, people passing by, nothing. There are some people who don't even have enough to go to the doctor. And you see them with their open wounds there, waiting to be attended by someone if they can. And they wait and wait and wait, and some of them die in the middle of the street, just waiting. I think to myself, this is where we've gone? This is how far as humanity we have? Like the simplest things we can't even give basic attention for? We can't even like provide, a lookout for, hey, these are like some standards and some like regulations and rules that we can put in place so that all people, doesn't matter where you are, can have a basic necessity. Everybody, like you and me, like your mom, your dad, aunts, uncles, anyone you can think of can have a basic necessity. And how we're still lacking in that. I'm still surprised that, like, I don't know, sometimes people can, not make that reflection of, man, life here's hard. And you're like, why? And it's like, dude, like, they lowered my pay by like $2. And you're like, wow. And then you look and you're like, okay, but can you still be able to live? Can you still manage? Yeah. It just sucks. You're like, why? And you're like, well, shit, like, there are some people who are making $2 a day. They can't even get a meal that costs $5. So it's just perspective. I know everyone's going through their own thing. Everyone's doing something different. I get that, but sometimes I feel like we need to be a little bit more conscious about what's going on in the world. And that at least we can walk, at least we can be free, at least we can choose what we want to wear, at least we can say what we want to say. People can agree and disagree, but at least we have those freedoms. While in other parts, in other places, in other scenarios, some people don't. It's just about thinking. And yeah, that's what I had to say. Different approach, I guess. Came back a little bit different. I'd say it's still somewhat happy, but it's more realistic. Getting back to the basics, I'd say the key lesson I've learned, and I've been struggling in some way, because sometimes you come back, or when I came back, I've been struggling with adapting. I got caught back in my old ways, and I always had to check myself. And we all do, you know. It's not every day is going to be a good day. Everything's going to go my way. No, shit hits the fan, you know. You pray for the rain, you better deal with the mud. Simple as that. Like, stuff happens. And it's important to know that, like, there are some things you gotta remember. That nothing in the world is yours. You're not gonna be like, oh, you know, I wanna be the best. Like, you can try, and that's most important, trying. But at the end of the day, everything's gonna get taken away from you. You're not gonna be as young as you are. You're gonna get older. You know, your health's gonna change. We're all gonna die. I know, scary stuff, but we're all gonna die. You know, like, the people that we love are gonna go. It's a lot of stuff. And yes, that can be sad. That can be heart-wrenching to think about. But we have the now, the present moment in time, where I'm talking to you, or you're watching, or if you're still here, I don't know, I can't see through the screen, where we can share with others, we can compart, we can say, I love you, I care about you, I'm happy that you're here. Stuff like that changes the lives of so many people. And some days you never know when you're going to be the one who needs it. So it's important to always honor and remember and stay true to who you are, being authentic, and still going out and doing what you do best. Just being you and not changing. I know society, people, and everyone else can have their perceptions, but do what you want. Do what you see, you know, do what you see in your life. And when I mean do what you see, it's not like, oh, I see someone, you know, doing that. No, but do what you see as in what is right, what you think is right for you. If you feel like you want to change careers, do that. If you feel like you need a break, take a break. If you feel like you need to go and, I don't know, try something new, then do it. Whatever it is. But you do you. You be you, you know? And continue to find your happiness. You know, venturing off into the unknown. You know, diving deeper, opening deeply. Feeling the true extent of all of our emotions. You know? That's what it's about. Sometimes it can be hard. And you feel, you know, freaking pain and like loss and grief, and you feel overwhelmed some days, because I know I have. And it hurts like hell. There's some days where you end up crying and you're just crying and crying, but at least you're feeling something. At least you have a feeling. At least you can feel, and at least you can do. At least you can process that emotion, become, you know, more aware of who you are, and try and get better, and constantly do that self-reflection, that you're a better person each day that goes by. And just remember, it's step by step, inch by inch, play by play. You know, this stuff that I'm saying is not like stuff that I came up with off the top of my head. No, it's stuff that I've learned, stuff that I've heard, stuff that, thanks to life and experience in some form, I've been able to have. I know there's going to be much more stuff to learn. Maybe the thing I know today changes tomorrow, and vice versa, right? But just about trying your best, giving it your all, not having any expectations of anybody, and just accepting people for who they are, being real, being authentic, and being in the now. So continue to enjoy yourselves, continue to be free, let the light shine upon you, and continue to shine high and fly away to whatever desire you have. Always remember the people who are around you to give you those wings, and always be real to the people who are there, loving you endlessly. Continue to be who you are, guys. I remember that all we got's today. So let's live it up. Let's keep having fun. Okay? Thank you for listening to me and my travel history, travel journal stuff. We'll see what else I put up in the video-wise or photo-wise or drawing-wise or whatever comes, you know? Mommy working on some stuff, and we'll see. Whatever comes up, comes up. You know what I'm saying? So, as a message to all of you, au revoir, ciao ciao, bye bye, see you when the clouds come home, or when I go back, or when the sun comes. Whichever one you choose, I feel is right. Now, to play some outro music. But now, to say goodbye. So thank you everybody for everything. I love you. Thank you for all the support, guidance, and joy you guys give me. And continue to shine on and continue to be who you are, because that's what's important. Always learn, always laugh, always love, and continue to be who you are. Thank you for everything, and have a happy first of the month, March 1st. Woohoo! 2023.
Well,